Well, you gotta know what the fuck going on. It's HollyHood Molli. Tap in if you got the motherfucking racks in. I'm about to perform right. Let's go.
If I get close to you and my bitch don't like you, just know that it's a setup. He can't even pay for your food, I don't wanna do, he ain't got his bread up. Just know I'm staying out the way, I don't give a fuck about who don't like us. All my ops be thinking they friends, they come to my shows, all on the school bus. She know when she rock at the house, she walk out with cars, she know that I'm all on her mind. She getting all her beats from YouTube, I ain't gon' be for the type hoe. She said it's up, but I done seen it before, it must be a typo. I'm tired of talking about hoes that be copping, please, I don't even like those. She claim she a gangster, she claim she a menace. I ain't even seen shit, I ain't even trick. Remember, Juicy was tryna act tough for a nigga, but this how Molly be living. I know she be ducking her tongue, she see me in public, it's pussy, she don't want attention. I ain't forget about shit, I ain't speaking on that, cause she know that I really be hitting. Bitches be claiming they coming for nothing. Well, I'm finna slap it right back to them trends. She said she didn't even know it was about it, but all these bitches be knowing I'm dissing. I don't give a fuck if a frog wanna jump. I been saying just give me a reason. I been saying I'm up in the score and I'm staying out, I ain't getting even. I want all these bitches to take them a lesson. I do this for real, I ain't tryna impress. She wanna show out in front of a nigga. That's how these bitches be needing the reverend. If I saw on you, bitch, it was destined. I ain't even the type of bitch you could question. But at the one time the bitch got low, I'm already knowing she getting the mess. Close to you, my bitch don't like you, just know that it's a setup. He can't even pay for your food, I don't wanna do, he ain't got his bread up. Just know I'm staying out the way, I don't give a fuck about who don't like us. All my ops be thinking they friends, they come to my shows, all on the school bus. She know when she walk out the house, she walk out with cars, she know that I'm all on her mind. She getting all her beats from YouTube, I ain't gon' be for the type hoe. She said it's up, but I done seen it before, it must be a typo. I'm tired of talking about hoes that be copping, please, I don't even like those.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That was lit.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Fleek Talk Podcast, the #1 music marketing podcast on the internet. I am your host, Fleek the Exec, music video director and music marketing coach. If you don't know what Fleek stands for, it's for letting everyone else know about your music. And today, we are letting people know about this raw artist right here, repping the 336, the super talented HollyHood Molli.
What's good?
Yo, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
You feel
great.
good?
It feels
like
good to
that
be up here.
performance?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like people to feel the vibe and everything.
Yeah, that was real
everything going on.
fun.
That's what's up. So what's your story, Hollywood? Or would you want me to call you Molly? Which one?
Molly.
Molly, all right.
I'm HollyHood Molli. I was born in Catawba, North Carolina, but I lived in Greensboro, North Carolina most of my life. So that's what I claim where I'm from.
How'd you get here? Like,
In
how you
music?
starting doing music?
I started playing with it. I was rapping since I was little. I'm not even gonna lie. I was doing like writing in my journal, but I wasn't taking it serious because it's not something I wanted to do. I wanted to be a dancer.
Okay.
That was like my dream. Yeah, I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a sting at Alabama State. That's like the major at dancing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to just do the drum one time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was in the band all of high school. I was a dance girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got to college. My biggest problem in college was I felt like I wasn't going for myself at first. I was going for myself at first because I wanted to be at Alabama State. But then after time went on and I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do, college just became pointless to me. And I don't think it's pointless. Like, I want to get my degree.
I understand.
But
I feel like a lot of people go to college to satisfy somebody else.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's you know what you want to do. And you're just trying to keep somebody happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I did the same thing. Like, I have a whole criminal justice degree.
Mhm.
It's like, my mom happy. Okay, I got the A&T. But after A&T, I'm like, I never used the degree.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I went through videography and just started working for myself. And then it was like, at the end of the day, I'm making more than I would if I even had a career 10
Right.
years down the line.
Right.
So it's just, let me just keep on doing this and
Mhm.
everything. So,
I wasn't really forced to go to college because I had the options.
okay.
I had the options to do other stuff, but I wanted to be a dancer, and I felt like being at Alabama State was going to be like my closest to reach my goal. But one
Dang, you wasn't
day,
even looking at A&T, huh? It was right next door.
yeah, it was too close. It was too close. I
was
wanted
like-
to go away.
I was like, jump line, everything's based up
Yeah.
there. Dang, okay.
Yeah, it was just too close to home. But around COVID, somebody down there that I was close to, he raps.
Okay.
So we was just in his room one night, me and a bunch of other people, we was freestyling. And it was my turn. And they was like, you need to get in the studio. So we came home for COVID. So I was like, let me go to the studio, let me try it out. And from that day, I ain't never left. I've been in there ever
That's super
since.
dope. Staying to your craft. I
Yeah.
like that's cool. So how would you describe your sound compared to other?
My sound, I'm very versatile, so it's hard. I do a little bit of everything. But what makes me like HollyHood Molli is the hard body.
The hard body.
The hard body.
Explain that.
Just showing people like I'm not scared of nothing. I can't be fucked with. Like, that's just who I am. That's when I walk in a room, I want to get that energy. I'm here. Even if you don't know me, you're going to know me by the time I leave this room. That's the energy I want to give every time.
That's the energy you're supposed to step with. That is what's up. So what's your favorite song that you've recorded so far?
I just dropped a tape, so I got a whole bunch of new favorite songs. But my favorite song right now is Dr. Miami. My favorite song of all time I've ever recorded is Love Money Freestyle.
Love Money Freestyle. What's Dr. Miami about, if I can guess?
Okay, so Dr. Miami is crazy. The song is really about overcoming stuff, also not being fucked with at the same time, also letting people know, like, when I'm down and out, I'm not down and out about stupid stuff. I'm down and out because I'm trying to figure my life out.
Understand.
That's pretty much what this is.
Base of the story, HollyHood Molli is nobody to fuck with.
Period.
So I asked you before the podcast your biggest challenge that you face when you're marketing your music.
Right.
And you said patience.
Yes.
So can you explain that a little more?
Being patient has been a struggle for me all my life. I'm impatient. The music has what's taught me to be patient. Everything comes with time. It's a process. It's a long process. You never know when it's going to pop out for you. When your time is, you never know. So virtual patience, it taught me virtual patience a lot. Woo! I'm trying to tell you, because every day I wake up and I'm like, how I'm going to blow today? And if it don't happen today, then I hope that it happens tomorrow.
Right.
If it don't happen tomorrow, maybe it happen in a week. Either way it go, I've been very patient with my music. I've been loving my process. I done learned to love my process. I know this could take 10 years. I know it could take 6 months. I could blow tomorrow. But you just don't know.
I hear you.
You feel me? Putting your hand in the hat.
Do you have a release schedule set up yet? Do you know, hey, I'm dropping this every week or every 2 weeks?
So I have a plan right now for the rest of the year as far as like my tapes. I'm doing mostly producer tapes right now. And in between those producer tapes, I'm dropping singles. Okay. So like I just explained, I dropped a tape Friday. So I will be dropping a single in August and then dropping another tape in October.
Got you. All right. So you definitely are working.
Yes.
All right. Got you.
Yes.
My recommendation, do start doing a release schedule that you stick to. So basically, say that you dropping a song once a month. 2 weeks before, you're going to do marketing on social media, basically telling them countdowns, sharing behind the scenes, how you created it.
Right.
2 weeks before. Then when it releases, also before everything, you're also sending your music to playlisters before it drops. So people know, so they can post it as a premiere versus just a release and everything. And then at 2 weeks after, that's when you get engagement. That's when you're posting fans, responses and everything. And then I feel like after every 2 weeks, that's when you focus on the other song. When you're on a release schedule, you should only be focusing on marketing that one song at a time. And then once those 30 days are up, okay, it's time for the next song. So I feel like that will help with the impatience and everything. So you know, okay, I dropped this month. So now you're just looking at your analytics versus, hey, why isn't this going like this? Yeah. So that's just one recommendation and everything. Last recommendation is just to create a system, because once you create that system and everything, you know who to delegate things to. You know what social media thing. So are you using a social media schedule yet?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm very in tune with my algorithm.
All right, cool. So that's what I was saying. A lot of people don't know about the algorithm and everything. So I always tell people to create long form content that can turn into short form. So once you make a music video or something, each part of the music video, the chorus, this new scene that you like, this hard bar, every single part, you're going to create a new different video in a new different location. And that's how you're going to promote it. And then you just keep on repeating. Yeah. Main focus right now should be Spotify monthly listeners. So once you get your monthly listeners up to 1,000, that's when I say try to do a local show. Do the local show, record it. Then you send the local show to the blogs, look at the engagement I got, look at what I have so far. Then you send it to promoters. Look how many people I can bring out to the city. Right. That's when the money start coming in that way and everything. But I always tell people, don't look for the money in the music.
Right.
Look for the money in the sponsorships and the endorsements and the people that are going to come around you and everything.
Right.
Because you're going to make, for example, you'll make $100,000 up front if Fashion Nova pulled up to you and everything, versus you trying to wait, get down $100,000 from streamings and everything. That goes through distribution, publishing, and then it hits you.
Goes through a lot.
So I hope that helped a little bit.
Yeah, it did. I appreciate the advice.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Do you have any future projects?
Yes. My next project that I'm finna tap into, sit down, really think out is my project with Powered by Brody Beats. That's the one we're dropping in October on Halloween. Other than that, I am dropping a single in August called For the Nigga Ass. Look out for that. Just shot the video to that, so I'm finna drop the video soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Your album names be sounding like tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lit. That's viral right there. That's right. So, have you been scammed in the music industry?
Who hasn't? That's my question.
Give me one example.
I could tell you about the time where I first started rapping. I was looking for management or just guidance because I just didn't want to go into it blinded. But either way it go, I was going into it blind because I was trusting somebody with my career. When I first started, of course, I was very confident because I wasn't seeing everybody else rapping. I was just really seeing me. So this management group in Florida hit me up. They had a couple of artists that was signed to Rock Nation or distribution deals through Rock Nation. At the time, I explained to them, like, I'm a college student. I don't really have money like that. The first payment plan was $350. He was like, just give me $350 for the month. He usually charge $1,000. Gave him $350. They gave me stream charts. They made it all look real clean, real put together. Dang. And don't get me wrong, it's a real business, but when it came to me, it wasn't about me. It was like they were using my money for their artists.
Priority.
Yeah. So it was like around the time, maybe 6 months after they became my management, I was doing like payment plans. I was working at Waffle House. So I was doing like payment plans with them as far as like the $350 a month. And then they gave me...
She's serious about her career, y'all. Yeah. She said she was working at Waffle House.
Yes.
And went on a $350 plan for just marketing.
Yes.
And y'all don't even want to play for a music video. It's
crazy.
Fine, though.
It's crazy. But I ended up going to Miami. They invited me to the studio. And once I went to the studio, I realized a whole lot. Like, they had a whole lot of models. They had the whole setup. But their artists were, like, flown in. I had to fly myself out. We drove out there. Okay. So I drove myself out there. All their artists worked on music while they was there. I didn't work on anything. And they had so much they wanted me to get done on my own time. So it's like time I had to take out of my day. Also, studio time I had to pay for when I'm paying you $350 and I'm not seeing anything. Right. They're not even promoting my music on the page. So it was like...
Just taking the money.
Just taking the money. Just taking my money. Just taking all my money. And I thought that it was going to go somewhere, but I just realized that I was better off independent anyway. And I've been independent ever since then. I haven't really had no other managers for real other than my mom.
I definitely tell people at least go to YouTube University.
Yeah.
And figure out a little bit of music marketing and everything. At least know your rights as an artist. A lot of people don't know like their rights and who gets paid and how you're not get paid your full worth and things like that. So I always tell people just to research that first and then a little bit of marketing. And then once other people come to you about marketing, you can be like, I already did this myself.
Right.
So what can you provide?
Do for me? Yeah, and that's what I started to do. I was working at DM Studios for a whole year. And in that year, I learned so much about the music business, so much. It got to a point where I was in the studio for 12 hours a day. I was shooting my own videos. My homeboy had a camera, so he was shooting my videos. He was editing them together, dropping them. We was doing all the marketing by ourselves. I was recording my own music. Right. So it was like nothing nobody could really do for me that I couldn't do for myself. I started from 3,000 followers when I started rapping to 12K in 3 years. So, and that's strictly off rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I can do for myself. So if anybody was to come in and want to sign me or want to be my management, they would have to do something that I really cannot do for myself or put me in rooms that I really can't get in by myself.
Definitely understand that. I respect that. So who's your top 3, let's say, female rap artists?
Okay, top 3 right now. Glorilla. Are we talking local or just overall?
Overall.
Okay. I gotta say who I really listen to because I'm not going to sit here and say I listen to Glorilla all the time. So I'm going to say Wildlife Diamond. She's from Atlanta. She's really dope. She's really dope. She's from Atlanta. 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 She's Atlanta, Georgia. Listen to her all the time. She's considered a local there, but I don't care. That's my dog. First Lady Red out of Charlotte. I listen to her. Right now, I've been stuck on one album by Tia Corinne.
By Tia Corinne.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Tia Corinne grew on me.
Yeah.
It used to be like the little singles used to come, and I'm like, okay, who is this? And then you look it up. Oh, it's Tia.
Right.
Okay. And then it just everybody. All I remember is the first song that I heard from. I think it was Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lotto was the first song that I heard from her, and then she just was growing from underground through that. I think she's with Empire now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Empire. Oh yeah, Empire is lit. I love Empire. And
yeah.
Anyway, we went through all of those questions. That's crazy.
Wow.
Can our listeners follow you on social media?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at HollyHood Molli. That's HollyHoodMolli. You can find me on Facebook, HollyHood Molli. You can find me on Threads, HollyHood Molli. You can find me on TikTok, Molly Next Door. That's MolliNextDR. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Dang, who took your TikTok name?
I have 4 TikToks right now.
Okay, I understand that. You don't even need to explain that. TikTok be on some stuff.
Yeah.
They get mad at you on the shadow ban you. Like,
exactly. It feel like every time I'm up on TikTok, it's like they want to take it from me, but it's okay.
Yeah, so TikTok, it's a lawsuit coming. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. That's another successful episode of the Fleek Talk Podcast. Thank you. If you found any value in this episode, please smash that like button and subscribe to us on YouTube. We will be on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. This should be episode 3, maybe 4. Subscribe to us for more music marketing tips and more episodes. So that is the end of our episode. We out.